Sir, respected Chairman and respected Professor Anil Garg and my co-colleague panelist members K.B. Abraham and esteemed delegates of this conference, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and all. First of all, introduce myself. I am Vivekanandan, working as a scientist in Central Water and Power Research Station, which is one of the R&D organization of Ministry of Jal Shakti. It is located at Pune. This is 100 years old organization. It is established in 1916 and we are stepping into 190 years. It was established Ministry of Jal Shakti and taken over by Government of India in 14th of June 2025. Recently we celebrated the Foundation Day. So what is the role of the institution? It is catering the needs of R&D studies in water, power and coastal and harbor related project. Apart from that, we are taking pilot studies and we are actively involved in framing the policies related to Government of India and some water related solutions to various state governments, as well as we are member of some various tribunal to sort out the water related issue that. So regarding first of all, I thank Professor Anil Garg for giving me opportunity and express my consent about the municipal solid waste management. So I am grateful to you, sir. Once again meeting you in the esteemed forum that. So as for the institution, the organization concerned, we are not directly conducting any type of waste management studies. But we are giving the technical solutions to the stakeholders who are having the issues on the particular aspects. We are giving the technical issues and not type of R&D studies. We give the technical advices to the stakeholders who is approaching to the organization, how we can handle the waste. So before I enter into presentation, I give you some fact and at a glance. In India, we are generating 1,88,500 metric tons per year, per day. That is waste is generated by all aspects, industrial, municipal, and this various component generating waste. Almost 100 yeah. Yes. Yeah. So the waste is generated in India is 1,88,500 metric tons per day. Just imagine. And out of this waste, only 46% of waste is generated, treated as well as various form, and 64% of the waste is untreated also. That creating the pollutants to the environment, and it is one of the causes for the depletion of the groundwater. Then we are facing the water crisis and the water-related issues that. So what you have to focus on that. Now, how we can treat the 64% of the remaining 64% of the waste, how can be treated by the modern technology. And at the individual concern, we are generating waste for 200 gram to 600 gram per day in various aspects. Food waste and industrial waste and municipal and whatever things. We are party to that. We are almost 200 to 600 grams per day we are generating waste and that. Then we deep into that, where are lacking that? That's inadequate infrastructure, that is improper this one facility for wasting the treat, how can treating the waste treatment, in plant structures, and many issues are there. And there was an issue with rules and regulation of the government policy and the rules framed by the Central Pollution Control Board, and some technical hitches are there. So in my presentation, I will tell what are the main components of the involved in generation of waste, and given the one live example how the waste was created with the Pune Municipal Corporation, how much the power generated from that. It is biogas generated from the waste. They having a wonderful job they done that. It is such model they created that to generation of waste. So if you are taking the generation of solid waste, it can be categorized in the mathematical and composite form. One is urban waste, industrial region and rural region. And again, if you are going to classification of solid waste sources, from the industrial, we are having industrial type of waste. It is non-hazardous as well as potentially hazardous. If you're coming to the urban, they're having 4 types of waste. One is commercial, it is non-hazardous waste, and special, potentially hazardous and biological hazardous, and come to institution services, non-hazardous, and construction demolition, non-hazardous, and coming to rural, it is agriculture and animal husbandry, non-hazardous, as well potential hazardous. It means from this waste, we have found that there is no hazardous waste. It can be treated with some advanced technology. Again, the classes of waste produced by various divisions. It is municipal solid waste, it is industrial as solid waste, the rural solid waste. If we come into industrial waste, it is the construction material and the upgradation, anything, the demolition things, and unfold structures of waste. And coming to rural, it is agriculture and animal husbandry and solid waste. Coming to urban, there is urban solid waste, residential, it is normally using the residential waste, and non-residential, commercial, institutional services, and construction, demolition, spatial. Regarding the construction, one of my earlier speaker, Abraham, talked about how the construction of waste can be generated, how it is polluted into the water, that how can be treated, that is concrete waste, that. Because very more metropolitan cities, because of the upcoming the industries, everything, we are getting a lot of industrial waste generated, that. And where we are dump it. In most of the dumping to the river flow, that will abstract, they give the abstraction of the natural flow of the water. So that could be the one of the reason we have the water crisis also. So the water is also polluted. As well as we are dumping we are stop the natural flow of the water, the regime. Then just be taken to focus on that, how can be treated, how can be avoid from this to abstracting of the natural flow from the catchment. Then coming to the background reasons for municipal solid wastes, rapid urbanization, changing consumer habits, and space constraints for processing. The urbanization issue is always there because due to migration of the people, migration of industries from one state to other states, and that creates some lot of urbanization. And if I take Mumbai and Chennai and others, a lot of water bodies is converted, is coming to the residential complex. So that will be one of the reasons for the flood, because if there is enough water, we are unable to have any the separate storage system to store the water. Ultimately, the flood affected the area. That at the other end, in the non-monsoon season, we have the water crisis. That is one of the reasons. No proper drainage system. That could be the entire natural flow of the catchment is arrested by the dumping of waste in the river system. That could be one of the reasons. Then changing in quality and composition of waste generated, and how the quality of the water quality can be affected by dumping of waste into the aspects. And innovative sustainable solutions you have to find out. Then segregation at a source and decentralized processing of waste. So how we can segregate the waste and decentralize the things? If we are coming to the household waste, the domestic waste, if we are telling that ourselves we are having that very lethargic that. So the municipal corporation told you make it bio-waste, non-bio-waste, be two different than dry waste, wet waste only. But are we really doing it? We are not doing that. If we are working in the society form, they have the strict guidelines that you have to segregate the waste by the domestic users by using dry waste and waste waste. But most of the time we are not following the principles given by the society due to some lethargic and overthink because it is constraints. So that should be segregated and should be properly treated that. Then coming to the organic waste, it is food waste, vegetables and meats, garden waste, dried leaves, ticks and gut crosses, textile is cloth and leather product, and paper and box, newspaper, various type of paper and box product. And inorganic is plastic, because the government insists don't use plastic bags. But we are really habituated that wherever we are not carrying any bags that. So I take that, put in the plastic bag. Even the government is insistently telling, don't use the plastic bags. It will give you the another one of the reason for decomposition of waste and because of generating some issues, health-related issues. But we are not, or if following it is highly questionable. Then the glass waste, it is various type of glass product used in home and laboratory. Then metal, various product, chromium, zinc, and various type of metal products. Then how the solid waste can be managed? The solid waste include all solid and semi-solid materials that the process no longer considers of sufficient value for return. It means, say, why waste is created, we are only generating the waste. So it is not coming from some other factor. So you have taken care how we can generate, give the maximum input, how we can segregate the waste from the root level. At least each and every household members able to segregate the waste. That can be go to the collection center, and with proper treatment they can use for generate some biogas, something for the usage, vehicle usage. So that should be created from the our end. Then coming to the steps involved in the processing of municipal solid waste, it is household and as well as they're having various things. Coming to, you have to collect the waste from the various domestic, industrial, everything, then go to the collection center, then they will segregate it, dry waste and non-hazardous, hazardous and biological, chemical things. Then that will be treated with some advanced technology. From this, the biogas will be generated. Then we can save something to the nation as well. We can stop the pollutant of water, contamination of water by dumping of creation of waste. So these are the system workout, how the municipal corporation of any states, how we can handle the waste things. But how it is working, how far it is working, it is really highly questionable. Then this is the waste processing, how they are processing the waste, what is bioconversion, thermal conversion. The bioconversion go biogas, then go for compositing, it is vermiculture compositing and mechanical compositing. Then thermal conversion, it is inclination, pyrolysis and gasification and pelletization. These are some techniques adopted to treat the waste by using thermal conversion. These are the steps involved in solid waste management. So what they are doing, collecting from the users, end users, and go to the storage center. There the segregation, recycle, reuse. They will segregate dry, waste, hazardous, non-hazardous, biological, chemical, everything. Then go for the transportation to the treatment center. Then they will processing the scientific disposal, how we can dispose the waste or how we can generate the biogas from the treated waste. So even the many policy issues created by the government of India guidelines, but whereas strictly following the norms and regulation, everything, it is highly things. If you coming to the society, it metropolitan cities, because they're having a lot of issues. If somebody telling say how to collect the waste every day, that daily wages, everything, we are not getting payment from the concerned society. We have to work for 8 hours per day. So the waste will be dumped as it is. That will create some health-related hazardous issue to the habitants. So this can be sorted out at the ground level, at the society level, at the individual as well as the forum level. Then normally what happens if you're taking that holy rivers, holistic rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, that this one, that we have the performing the puja and everything and throwing flowers, it is unavoidable. It is holistic related thing. But the water is related. It should be, the siltation should be removed each and every year because of the contamination of the dumping waste in not only the flowers performing puja, everything. Because going through some metropolitan cities, they're simply dumping the waste in the river only. They don't think about it because have the sufficient system to throw this to wastage in the particular thing, but we are very habitually lethargic, just throw it on the road itself. If in Pune, where I am staying, that the barriers they were created just to protect the canal. They give advice to the municipal corporation, give the direction that you should not dump the waste on the canal. But now they are not dumping waste in the canal, it is everything waste is behind the this one, barrier only. Then the road we are finding the waste. Earlier the waste was founding in the canal or nala, now the roads are finding in the roadside only. That creates the hazardous. The landfill, contamination of groundwater. See how many waste is simply dumping. But there is no proper disposal as well as proper treatment and waste. That's how we can contaminate the waste. Simply disposing the waste in the soil only. It will enter the soil and the groundwater depletion will be the groundwater level will go down because of the contamination. Water will be polluted. That will create various health related issues. Then that all the municipal corporation and the commercial country, we have to go for the zero garbage model. It was suggested by the Central Pollution Control Board also, and they gave the direction to all the municipal state municipal corporation. The segregation of waste at source, doorstep collection of segregated waste, and further sorting and segregation of dry waste linkage with the scrap dealers, further sorting and segregation of dry waste linkage with the scrap dealers, as well as system of handling the specialized waste, e-waste, garden waste, biological waste, hazardous waste, non-hazardous waste. So these are the integrated solid waste management approach. It was followed by many of the municipal corporations, even Delhi also, as well as all metropolitan cities, Delhi, Chennai, and Hyderabad, and Bangalore. Why I'm telling, compassing these four states, Chennai and Hyderabad, Maharashtra, I think a lot of industries are coming up. In 2000, I think that Hyderabad got high-tech city, all the industries shifted to Hyderabad. Now, because after some intervention, that is because water crisis, they moved to Bangalore. From Bangalore, from they coming to Maharashtra. The Chennai, if you come to the old Mahabalipuram road, it is very greener and fantastic. Now the entire road is blocked by the IT industries. They are creating waste, that electronic and chip material that. So these are the things that we happening. You have to have the holistic integrated waste management approach is needed. That is presently followed by most of the municipal corporations. Yes. So how it is working? It is having some certain terminology. It is the guidelines purely based upon the Central Pollution Control Board. Now I'll present the case study related to Pune, how the Pune region is handling the waste, how we are treating the waste things. So this is the Pune, it is one of the 8th largest city in India and the 2nd largest city in the state of Maharashtra. Now we are crossing almost 55 lakh populations. And the population about 4 million, it was as per the unaudited figure, some 2010 figure, now we crossed 55 lakhs. The household is near about 1 million. And the Pune city consists of 4 zones and 15 administrative ward offices and 76 prabhaks. It means various village prabhaks are there. That is the geographical location of the total area. It is 250.56 square kilometer, this one, geographical area of Pune city. And we are receiving 600 to 700 millimeter rainfall every day. Then how much waste generated in Pune region? It is 1,600 tons of solid waste per day. And they are having 160 tracks door to collections and collecting average of 198 tons per day. And 847 containers, 160 compactor buckets in disperse. And ward-wise average is 350 to 700 kilometers per capita per day. It means, I told you earlier, 200 grams, 600 grams. We are generating waste by the habitat. So it is 350 to 750 grams per capita per day. And the construction of demolition waste generation is 150 to 180 tons per day. The garden waste generation 50 to 60 tons per day. Biological medical waste is 5 to 6 tons per day. So the most of things will go to the food waste as well as industrial waste only. How the source and composition of the municipal waste? Household is almost 69.1% generating, contributing the total waste. And the street sweeping and drainage clean 10.2%. Hotels and restaurants almost 11%. Markets and commercial areas almost 4%. And fruit, vegetables, fish feed and market waste almost less than 1%. Biomedical waste is less than 0.5%. And it can be classified into 3 categories. One is organic waste is almost 50%. Recyclable and residential commerce is 40%. Inert material is 10 to 15%. Then other parameters, density, GGB, how can be generated. Then we talk about the physical composition. Out of the total waste, 33% is organic, 25% is insert material, paper and cardboard is 6%, plastic is 5%, glass is 5%, metal 3%, leather, rubber 1%. And if you see the total combination, the organic waste is much more higher than any type of waste. Then having the municipal corporation having the setup. So it is having another, there are instruction I have to conclude the presentation within short time. having a few more slides to it. It will be one of the live example of the Pune city, how they are treating the waste. That's why I want to emphasize 4 on the classification of waste carried by the Pune Municipal Corporation. Then they are having the transportation arrangement to collect the waste to doorstep. This is the current processing. They have the 200 tons per day. It is composite model. And for electricity composite having 125 tons per day, and bio-CNG having 300 tons. We got a very good achievement. They have 300 tons per day it was generated. And from that they are generating the biogas. This is another type of composting generating waste, vermiculture. This is the social level disposal technique. And critical factors of moisture, temperature, and export maintenance required of that. And the verticulture composition can be done. Then have the Swachh and PMC. It is called a Swachh mission. It is Swachh Bharat. They have a Swachh model as well as the PMC. They have the tie-up and for generating the solid waste. This is the Swachh model. So having how the compost, how they generating, collecting the waste from the door to the collection, how they are going to carry over the center, how they are segregating, then treating. There is Swachh model adopted by the Pune Municipal Corporation. So these are the minimum requirement to the waste pickers or waste collectors. So what happens if you're coming to waste? Normally people hesitate to. So we'll put some amount for that. That will be very cautious to reduce the waste, because this has cost you have to pay to the workers daily wages to work collecting, coming to doorstep collection. You have to pay for them. So for that they make minimal charges to the householders. So these are the methods of primary collection of waste implemented by the Pune Municipal Corporation, and how it is carrying out the truck and going to the treatment plant. See how it is appearing that before and how it is appearing that. They simply removed everything and put it on a shed. There the segregation will be taken place. Then we'll go to the treatment center. They are treated, from that biogas will be generated. How it is looking nice after and before. So these are the Swachh model collection center. Once waste is collected, they dump into the shed. Those people with the direction, they will be segregated bio, non-hazardous, non-hazardous, biomedical and industrial. They will collect it. They send to the respective collection centers, treatment centers. So these are the transfer sections of transferring the waste. So these are the processing plants and transformation plants across the city. They have in the entire Pune city. They are having the transformation collection centers. So from there, how much waste is collected, how much waste is treated, from there, how much energy generated. This was the picture shows like that. It is another strategic approach. One is a Swachh model, then it is called a strategic approach also. So this have the biogas plant from generating the biogas from the municipal solid waste. So the plant is how it is set up. This one of the wonderful plant. It is near to the Yarawad is some Yarawad something there. It is having input 300 tons per day organic waste. Yeah, right. Operational. It is fully operational. It is in Ambali Talegaon. This plant is located there. Can I go ahead? Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Now it is a noble exchange of bio-CNG plant. So like that, lot of vehicle is benefited now. So this is the Ambi Talegaon, how the plant is segregating the waste and how it is going to the treatment center for generation of biogas. So how many biogas generation? The 300 plus 500 from the waste generation, and the efficiency almost 25%. And the net surplus electricity per cell is 400 kilowatt hour per day. Just imagine how much you are contributing the electricity also. So these are the various location and biomethanization plants, how much waste capacities of plant is there, how much waste can be treated. They given some induce the tax rebate to the industrials as householders also. If you're paying that, tax will be waived. If you may follow some rules framed by the Pune Municipal Corporation, we are getting the tax rebate. So ultimately, the Pune Municipal Corporation to want to achieve the zero garbage model, they want to become city should be clean away from the waste by adopting such as well as strategic approach as well as zero garbage model. So ultimately, after some time, the city will be looks like that after implementing all those approaches. So these are the summary. The Pune Municipal Corporation started in municipal solid waste in India. And the 2014 horizon will require management of about 6,000 tons per day waste with state-of-the-art reduction technology for resource and energy. Higher degree of mechanization and enhanced monitoring techniques will be need to be employed. And citizen governance have come together and mutually agreed to execute solution. And Pune an emerging eco-friendly city by 2030. Thank you.